With almost 20 years' experience, Dr. Tess Hightower, a highly regarded licensed therapist and author of the popular 10 Ways to Take Your Relationship Temperature, specializes in corporate consultation as well as coaching couples and individuals in ways to achieve more satisfying and productive relationships.
Hi, I'm Dr. Tess. Have you ever noticed how we are never taught one of the things that would most contribute to our overall sense of well-being and happiness in life? That's the skill of learning how to be in a relationship with another. And that's what I do. Whether it's in a corporate setting or working with individuals to help them become a resource for each other, or helping couples develop and move toward a sense of mutual respect. Let me show you a few examples. The roles for women have really changed quite a bit in the last couple of decades. I mean, most of us 20 or 30 years ago came from traditional role models where the father went out and, was the provider and paid for things, and the mother stayed at home, a la, June Cleaver. And things have changed dramatically. Women are more and more in the workplace. They're earning equal monies to men, if
sometimes
not more.
And now really what's happening is the expectations are changing. And Tess is going to help us take on money matters, and they can really test a relationship, especially a new relationship. So let's look at our first scenario.
We respond to anger in one of two ways. Either we scream and scream back, which is what Natalie did, or we shut down and withdraw. Both are damaging. In fact, what Brett just did in withdrawing is he's pushing down he's shut down. He's pushing down his bad feelings, but his good ones too. So now he's avoiding conflict, but he's also starting to disengage and avoid his partner.
And it creates a vicious cycle.
My wife and I seem to fight all the time. Is there hope for us, or is this just going to keep on going?
It's interesting. I worked with an Italian couple once that fought all the time. And they were passionately fighting in and out of the session. And I also know that they went home and were making passionate love. And I worked with a couple recently that had been together 32 years and were very conflict avoidant and were getting divorced and nobody really knew why. So it's not that couples fight that's the problem, it's how quickly do they repair? How quickly can they retrieve and repair the connection, come back together, hug, laugh, spend time together. So sometimes fighting's like just clearing away the cobwebs and applying some fresh paint. So fight, but make up quickly. Monogamy is not a commitment you make to someone else. It's a commitment you make to yourself. Do you know that? Do both of you know that? What I'm going to do is ask you to start to think about developing a fighting style. You have very different styles. And I want you to couch this conversation. Don't bring it up for the rest of the day. Don't rehash this session. Don't talk about it. Let's put it up on the shelf. And if we need to talk about it, let's bring it here tomorrow. Okay? Will you both agree?
I can agree.
You won't agree, Coco? You're wanting to go home and kind of rehash it, go back to your hut and talk about it?